All right, today's goal is to mount that. So we're gonna make like a little bracket and then probably throw it up here or throw it up here. I got a lot of other shit done. Like majority of the stuff you see in here was on the floor over there. It was a couple of days ago. But I got power steering in there. We have our new return line for our coolant. See, I routed it, kind of like snuck it behind stuff through the firewall, and boom, right into that AN fitting. This is our new coolant reservoir because this was too big. The stock one lives like in this area right here. Right, our oil catch can. I had like a eBay generic one before. We upgraded to this. Got the filters in the mail. Anyway, I don't want to give a whole overview of the car right now because we're just going to focus on what we're doing today. And that is just three things. First one, we have to weld a pipe to this pipe right here. And that comes down here, right? But to get that sizing right, we're going to have to put the crash bar back on and then mount the intercooler to that so we know where to land. This side seems like it's already figured out, so I'm not really worried about that. If I gotta weld a little bit of piping to the intercooler to make it meet up, that's fine, or just adjust this, that's fine. But we have to weld a bung to this, and then I believe I have to face it back this way somehow. And then also, we have to add a pipe with a nipple to meet this, because this is a MAF. It's a MAF. You can see our MAF right there. It's the V8 4-inch, I believe. So as long as you have a MAF or a tune that requires a MAF, then you're gonna have to recirculate this because it's already metered air. Would have been much easier just to blow it off the atmosphere because it's less work, less welding, you know, less figuring out everything. This is our vacuum line. Just gonna go from right here to wherever the hell this lands. And then I have one more nipple in the back of this. You can't really see it. You can kind of see it. It's right there. There's that one more nipple. That's gonna be for our boost gauge. Our other nipple for boost reference went right to, from the manifold to our fuel pressure regulator. And like I said, this one is just for our diverter valve. So those are our three things to do today. If I complete all that shit today, I have some more shit to do tomorrow. So like I said, front mount intercooler. It's a treadstone. I'm gonna pull it out the weeds. It's right over there. All right, that shit was expensive. Here's my old intercooler, which was like a $60 eBay one. The treadstone was like $600. Fucking retarded. All right, this diverter valve was like $380 or $280 or something like that. I just know it was a lot of money. It didn't make any sense. And you can see like one of those eBay style ones. That shit's like $40, $45. But I just figured the car was already heading in like in robust, robust sort of build. So I figured let me just keep going and make everything, like track ready, or I don't know, just ready to get busy and not break too easily or start leaking something. So those are three things for today. All right, mount this. One of these lines has a small leak in it. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. So I'm gonna be pulling this one off and just redoing the line. And I think last time that I had this all set up, I'm pretty sure I ran my lines through this hole, and I think I'm gonna go around it. So I might need a little bit more, have to make this whole line over, like longer, possibly. So it's that, right? This is gonna get mounted here with this. We're just gonna cut, chop, weld some brackets right across and send that, right? Front mount intercooler with the treadstone, and then get this pipe welded. That's for today. For tomorrow, God willing that all this goes good today. For tomorrow, we're off to battery relocation, right? My fab guy started it, so I'm kind of picking up where he left off. No clue what I'm doing. Not ashamed to say it. He just let me a bunch of little pieces and kind of got it started. So we had to pick up where we left off. And the other bad thing is that he just chopped a bunch of wires. But they go to like the water meth controller or oil pressure gauge or something like that. I think he just rerouted stuff. Same thing for the solenoid for the water meth down here. He like chopped it and then he ran it through the harness. So it's actually pretty neat. I believe this is the wire that goes to that. It is. But as you see, he's got it coming through the stock harness, which I respect, you know, but I would have respected more just completing the whole thing. But so that's for tomorrow. Battery relocation. I have a battery tie down. I'm thinking I'm gonna weld the stock bracket, which is looking kind of beat up. I think I might weld this to the trunk where the spare tire used to go and try to cram all that in there. I have a head unit. That's not for tomorrow, but I just don't want to listen to just exhaust. The skid plate, this is for tomorrow. Right, this I originally got for the B6. It burnt to the ground by accident on Mother's Day. It is what it is. Turns out fits a B5. So after all this is buttoned up, we're gonna go for that tomorrow. So battery relocation, skid plate, and then I picked up a ECS center drive shaft bearing with the poly inserts and stuff. It's all in the bag. You'll see it tomorrow or next video. So I've got battery relocation, this, and trying to center drive shaft bearing. We're gonna leave that for tomorrow, and then after that it is clocking the steering wheel, lowering the rear because it's significantly higher than the front. So lowering the coilovers on the rear, figuring out where, I think cleaning out the sunroof drains because it's got a small leak coming from the back seats, like above where the sunroof is. And I got some grip tape for the pedals. I'm trying to think of what else is there. There's always something more, you know, but just to get this shit going finally, that's where I'm gonna stop. Just to get it on the road. And today is the 2nd, and my appointment to register this thing is, I think, on the 5th or the 6th. So I don't have a lot of time. All right, water meth will come back to, and because I have nozzles, but they're all different sizes. Like when they send you the kit, they send you for, like this was the original water meth setup that I had. Right, the plate is from USRT, right, and it's a snow connector, but when they send it to you, they send you like a bunch of different size nozzles. They don't just send you like 8 of the same. I think they just send you like 3 at first, something like that, and it's relative to your power goals. But I have to do some math because now I have direct port. So here's a solenoid, the pumps in the back, and I did everything in A line. So this is gonna sneak underneath the manifold, and you can't tell, but right where I have my finger, there's